Hey everyone, Wolf Lord Rho here. Oh man, do we have some catching up to do. But, let's be honest, it took me a few days to calm down. He's here, Ragnar Blackmane. Oh yes. Before I go any further, a huge thank you to Jake for the virtual gift voucher. Your support really means a lot to me and man, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, Horus Week may be over, but the hype train for the saga of the beast has arrived. And I'm sure, as some of you may have guessed, my hype level went through the roof when I saw that Ragnar model. Oh man, apparently throwing your wallet at the screen doesn't help you get the model any quicker, but hey, you live and learn. They've really nailed it with this. He looks absolutely awesome. What a badass. I can't wait to have him leading my wolves. And let's not just gloss over Ghaz's new model either. I mean, holy, just look at the dude honouring the word beast here with a Primarch scale model. Man, Thraka's been hitting some supersets on the weights. Both guys getting more than worthy upgrades here. GW really knocking it out the park with these models. And now I know there's been some mixed reception about the story so far, and I'll go into that more when the book is released and we actually get some more real details. But for those that may not be aware, Ragnar vs Thraka actually has some long history, mostly known only to old wolves like me. Many years ago, we're talking 25 plus years here, Ragnar took on Ghazghkull in a White Dwarf battle report. And even then Blackmane was seeking to claim the head of the Orc warlord. It's also included in the old 2nd edition Space Wolves Codex. However, in the White Dwarf version, we were treated to a tiny little piece of story to go with it. So I thought, how appropriate would it be? So with that said, let's just jump straight in. My head hurts, muttered Brother Hendrickson of the Bloodclaws. His bolt pistol clicked as he checked the action. I should never have eaten that curried goat. Quiet boy, said Ragnar Blackmane softly. His commanding voice cut through the chuckles of the other Bloodclaws and they fell silent. I think I can see movement over there by the predator. Ragnar gazed blearily into the distance. The last of the morning mist shimmered over the rubble of the old town. In moments it would vanish like a ghost in the dawn's warming light. The Predator armoured vehicle was just visible. Good. He could reclaim the vital plans and be back in camp before breakfast. And let the heavens help any greenskin scum that got in his way. Ragnar was not in a good mood. Oh, don't worry Ragnar, you're going to claim the head of the beast. It may take you another 25 years, and you'll technically die in the process, but honour will be fulfilled. Man, 25 years, how amazing is it to have such rich background and lore where you can literally go back 25 years to find the small origins of a story that will be fulfilled some 25 plus years later. Just so good. That is why 40k is so awesome. His head hurt. His tongue felt furry. If only the command to move out had not come during the great toasting of Russ. Normally no amount of ale would have made him feel this bad, but the great toasting required the Wolf Lord to quaff a barrel of ale in celebration of the day the Emperor found his lost son and reclaimed their Primarch. The ale was potent as a virus bomb. Ragnar had not enjoyed the bouncing ride of the rhino that had brought them to this remote, demon-cursed spot. Slowly his bioengineered body dealt with the last of the vast quantity of alcohol he had consumed, just as it would any other poison. Even Ragnar's mighty system seemed stunned by the sheer quantity of it. Ragnar was consoled by the fact that none of his men could feel any better. Wolf Lord, there is a strong force of orcs headed this way. They are in many vehicles and my pet recognises the personal banner of Ghazghkull Thraka himself. Ragnar recognised Brother Stormcaller's voice on the comnet. The Rune Priest's high-flying cyber raven had spotted the incoming enemy. It had been a good idea to put him on the hill on that far flank, where he could guide the Longfang's fire. Look to your weapons, brothers. Give thanks to Russ for this opportunity to show your courage. Mighty is Ghazghkull. Great is his infamy. We have been given a chance to end this scourge forever. The rasping voice of Brother Ulrich, the Wolf Priest, carried over the comnet. Just the sound of it was reassuring. Ulrich had survived 1,000 battles. It seemed to Ragnar that he had known the old man for his entire life. With Ulrich present, he believed nothing could go wrong. Ragnar knew that the Bloodclaws and Grey Hunters who would follow Ulrich into the ruins of the old Imperial Temple would feel the same way. That's definitely next on my Primaris wish list. If not Ulrich himself, then an awesome Primaris Wolf Priest model. Unfortunately, I guess I'll have to wait a while for that now. The sound of Ghazghkull's name brought Ragnar to full alertness. Ghazghkull was an evil legend throughout this part of the galaxy, as infamous a villain as had ever led an Orc army. He had been responsible for the devastation on Hiveworld Armageddon. He had wielded together the massive Orcish coalition that had conquered most of this dry desert world. He was the fiercest and mightiest of all Orc warlords, worshipped like a god by his savage followers. He was said to be one of the deadliest hand-to-hand combatants that had ever lived. A crack shot with any weapon. A ruthless slayer of innumerable foes. Ragnar almost howled with joy. Long had he wished to measure himself against this legendary conqueror. Ghazghkull was a foe worthy of him. Slaying Ghazghkull would ensure Ragnar's name lived forever in the sagas. Now, in the distance, Ragnar could hear the thunder of engines. 2, maybe 3 bikes, he thought. An Orc war buggy and something bigger. He could picture the mad bouncing progress of the Orc vehicles in his mind's eye. A huge force of Goths came into view near the ruined temple. It was possible they might even reach the predator first. The chatter of unleashed bolter fire filled the air, echoing through the rubble of the buildings. "What's that?" asked Brother Hendrickson. "Are they shooting at us?" "No, boy," said Ragnar. "They are just letting off some rounds out of high spirits." He patched himself into the comnet. "Get ready, brothers. This will be a mighty fray. The head of Ghazghkull, Thraka, is mine." Oh yes, Thraka is mine. Man, what a great little story, and how fitting it is for right now. I am so amped for this. I cannot wait to get my hands on that Ragnar model. But what did you think of the story, guys? Can you believe that that's over 25 years old? Man, great stuff. But what are your thoughts on the Ghaz Ragnar rematch? Looking forward to it? Upset with the story so far? Or hopeful of things to come? As always, drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love to read them. A huge thank you to all my subscribers. Your support really means a lot to me. It truly does. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. And if you enjoyed this particular vid, then why not drop a like on it too. But with that said, I am off, and I'll see you all again real soon.